on iOS 17, you now have a new row of widgets on the left hand side over here, and there's also much more customization that Apple has included on the lock screen. So of course, let's talk about the lock screen widgets. So they all appear in grayscale, black and white. So if I press and hold on the lock screen, it'll bring us to this screen where you can see your other saved lock screen customizations. So you can make a new one if you want to, or you can swipe through the ones that you are familiar with. Let me also show you can swipe up to delete other home screens. And if you press this thing, you can link it to a specific focus mode. Like for example, for normal use, you can have something like this, but then for work, you might have a more professional looking wallpaper like this. So you come over here, you click the plus icon, and then it'll give you a list of wallpapers that you can try yourself. It takes a while to load on my old iPad, but there's some featured ones over here. You have weather and astronomy ones featuring various planets. Then of course we have the kaleidoscope ones. Then we have the emoji ones, which has been my favorite for a while. We also have these other ones. And then we also have collections. So let's try the emoji ones, which are the ones I like. So just click on one of these, give it a minute, and then it'll bring you here. So you have different styles that you can switch between. As you can see, you can have these grid patterns, you can have dynamic, you can have large emojis, radial, and then a spiral pattern if you want to. You can then click on this thing over here to change which emojis show up. You can show only one type of emoji, you can show different ones. You could maybe like sports, so you pick up one of these, and then you can even change the color by clicking on the circle, where you can then switch between other colors. But for the sake of simplicity, let's simplify the home screen, and then maybe let's make this black and white. I don't know, maybe red, green. Yeah, that's much better. I like this one. So you can then click on this space over here to bring up the widget screen. Now widgets specifically have to be made for the lock screen, otherwise they will not work. So you can see you have a bunch that you can choose from. Of course, one's Zoom, YouTube Music, weather. Let's say you want to see the forecast, you can add that over there. Let's say you want to see the battery of your Bluetooth devices. You can also display that just like this. And you can see there's one of my Bluetooth headphones showing up. You can then also show other ones like Bing, Chrome. You can add a clock, all this kind of stuff. Then you can also customize the color and shape of the clock, the digital clock. You can adjust the thickness like this. You can also change the color. Let's make it something more distinguishable. So you can click on this thing, then you can adjust the thickness like that. You can then also adjust the font style. You have a variety to choose from, and only this one is not adjustable in terms of thickness, but the other ones are. You can then also change the color, as you can see, and this globe thing over here just changes, these ones. You can change it to these other ones if you understand what they mean. Then of course, you have the date up here. You can see it says Wednesday. You can tap on that, and now you have a variety of other widgets that you can choose, whether that be to-do lists or health or Snapchat, if anyone ever uses that, and also weather, and also stocks, all that kind of stuff. Then once you're done, just click add at the top right. It'll then ask you if you want a wallpaper pair, which means the home screen and the lock screen are matching, or you can customize the home screen separately. As you can see, you can then choose if you want patterns or whatever, or if you want a custom photo, or if you want to add some blur. Then here it is. It'll then show up with the others over here. You can then tap on it and it changes just like that.